Hello everyone, this is your comrade Real Soviet Bear speaking. As you can tell from the title of the video, this is about me um, leaving the trade of Let's Play. And before we're into this, this will not affect Bear Forces, aka the Sonic Forces Let's Play. That will get its final episode this week, so this isn't dropping anything mid Let's Play. There's a bit of a complicated subject for me, and I'm gonna try to make this as digestible as I feasibly can. So, there are two main points. The first point being time, which I assume is like 9% of the reason most people stop doing Let's Plays as a hobby. The Sonic Forces Let's Play took around 97 hours to complete, like total. That's 97 hours for a 3-hour game. A Let's Play that runs 3 hours and 15 minutes, counting the anime openings and endings. Raw footage was 10 hours of recording. So, almost 90% of my work on this Let's Play has just been editing. Writing, editing, putting all of this together. And that's a really long time. Like, the only reason I'm excuse me, the only reason I managed to do this in 2 months was because I moved to a new place that didn't have stable enough internet to stream. So all my spare time, like all my gaming time or just like messing around time, just kind of went on this, trying to get it right. Especially because I've relied on other people for me to put this together, like primarily Scumboy, who did narration, but also all the people who contributed to the episode previews, which I'm eternally grateful for. But this isn't just unique to this Let's Play. I could go back to doing very straight, normal Let's Plays, like just play and shoot the shit and be done with it. I don't really want to do that anymore. I feel like I finally found my voice for this kind of things, because that's been the thing I've been struggling the most. Do I do blind Let's Plays? Do I do live commentary? Do I do post commentary? Do I do subtitles? The only thing I haven't tried, technically I've tried everything, but the only thing I haven't like full on tried was a screenshot LP. I have done a slideshow LP though. Anyway, ever since LSD, I started going at this with more and more editing in mind, and I feel it upped the quality of things I do, and I don't want to down the quality of things I do. Like, whether people enjoy, LSD the most, or Tapping of the Dead the most, or Sonic Forces the most, doesn't matter. Like, all of those took a lot of time. Tapping of the Dead was 4 hours on average for a 20-minute episode, because of all the modding and setting up and playing involved. LSD, I don't even fucking know how much time I spent on that. That was a ridiculous amount of time for like 5 to 10 minute episodes. But I think it was worth it. I think they all turned out well, but sadly doing stuff this way eats up a lot of my time, and that's time I'd rather be directing elsewhere slowly. And the other major reason is, like, it's on a very personal level, like personal issue level, and it's just the way I handle everything in life, I guess. I have this admittedly very cynical outlook on things I pursue, and I pursue them as though I'm climbing out of a pit. That's kind of how I view everything. I start at the bottom. I climb up the pit, and I'll fall several times and get my ass back to the bottom, and then have to start all over. And it's probably not a healthy viewpoint. I'm generally not cynical anymore as a person. I guess like this view is probably the most cynical I am, but it's gotten me quite far. The longest I've ever made a climb. Let's just call this the ladder. Like, the longest I've climbed a ladder has been 9 years. 2017, I told myself I want to get into AAA game development. I want to make the type of games I enjoy playing. And that was 2007. That was 9 years of writing, working on side projects, volunteer work, self-education, community work, PR work, criticism, all education, all sorts of things, just working towards me getting to this point of, hey, I want to be a game designer. I want to work on, core games, like not necessarily AAA, but I want to work on the games I play. And that happened a year and a half ago, but that was also 9 freaking years of doing stuff at that pace. And that was for something I really, truly cared about. That was for something that was one of the most important things for me. And I couldn't do that. But I can't do that over and over again for every little thing I try. I don't think I have the mental or emotional capacity. Let's Play I started in 2014. And that started as a very... basically, it started as an excuse to do a podcast. We were doing a podcast, but we decided we needed something to go with a podcast, and then we started doing Let's Plays. And, they started off really bad as I learned things. I watched a lot of Let's Plays before that, but, it started improving, and I got more and more into it. And at one point, it was kind of like, what do I want to do with this? Do I want to show off niche games? Do I want to show off a interesting viewpoint? Like, I don't consider myself too entertaining, but, what is it that I have to offer? I think that's something probably everybody asks themselves. Like, why is my Let's Play of, I don't know, fucking Dark Souls different than anybody else's? So eventually somebody, who of respect I will not name, somebody attempted to do a avant-garde Let's Play. At least that's how they described it. And I didn't particularly like it. But it got me thinking, what the hell is an avant-garde Let's Play? What is an absurdist Let's Play? What is this format? How does it work? How do people experience it? How do people consume it? How do people make it? Which is probably a lot of overthinking it, but for me it's a medium. It's a platform to express yourself. That's what all of these things are to me. Video, audio, all sorts of things, like all design, visual design, game design, all of this is just for me a canvas to express yourself. And that's kind of where the LSD Let's Play came from. I basically went, I don't think the thing that I'm watching is avant-garde. I want to see something else. I want to make something else I think I can do better. Whether it's better or not is completely fucking subjective, but it was a very good experiment for me. And I kind of realized, okay, this is the kind of stuff I should be making. This is the thing I'm comfortable with, and this is, I think, the people enjoy the most, and they did. I got a lot of very positive comments on it, but also, I don't feel like I've gotten any success in this, and I'm not talking about monetary success or whatever. Like, who the fuck is gonna? I don't want to earn money off of YouTube. I don't give a shit about that. For me, it's more like, I still feel like a fucking random, like a fucking rando in all of this. I think that's what kills me the most. Just some guy who still kind of, at the end of the day, just shoots the shit. I think the stuff I make is quality work. I think it's good. That is my subjective opinion on it. I think it's good quality. But it comes back to this perpetual problem I have where I don't know how to market myself. I don't know how to. When I say market, I don't mean like sell myself. I don't know how to just like, get eyes on stuff I do. I felt kind of like this when I also did my novella, which I put a lot of work in. I put a lot of personal money into it, and the people who read it really enjoyed it. But again, I just, I couldn't get my writing out there. I could get my nonfiction writing out there. I could, do the professional stuff of, hey, I know, which site to approach. I know how to pitch my articles. I know how to get work for my articles. Like, I can sell my writing. That was never an issue. The issue was I don't know how to put my work out there. That was kind of like the biggest issue for me. And I didn't know how to put my writing out there, and I don't know how to put my Let's Plays out there. And it's a lot of it is just down to luck. Like someone once said that skill is showing up at the bus stop, and luck is the bus arriving there. And you can go to the bus stop, and you should go to the bus stop, but nothing guarantees that the bus will actually fucking arrive. And that's how I kind of felt about this. I've been doing this for 4 years, and I don't fucking see that bus. And I don't have the strength anymore. And again, this is a very personal problem. Like, oh, you should just do this for fun. Like, I do this for fun. I do enjoy this. I do enjoy the feedback I do get. Like, I don't want to like sound like, oh, nobody's watching this, and somebody who's not listening to this is one of the people who watches it. No, that's not true. I know people watch this. I talk to people who watch this. I watch this together. Like, we're publishing the Burr Forces Let's Play first on Twitch to make it even feel more like an anime. So we sit down and watch together in voice chat and laugh about it. People are watching this. I know they are, and I know they enjoy it. And I know it's not like some under false pretense. They don't need to lie about this. But it's still like, it still doesn't satisfy my personal metric of success. I guess that's kind of like what boils down to today. Like, it still feels like, I'll put out something, and it still feels like I'll put out something and I feel like people will just go, who the fuck is this guy? And I'm just tired of that. And I don't have the strength to do it anymore. And, Let's Play is kind of like this something awful LP zone. Like, this entire circle is kind of just like dying. Like, streaming just cannibalized it because it's easier and more preferable and whatnot. So maybe I just timed it right. Maybe I should have been, here like 8 years ago. Where the fuck was I then? I don't even know. I guess I was trying to get into game design. But it could be any number of reasons. I don't believe in meritocracies. I don't believe that everybody gets what they deserve. I don't think that if you're skillful, you're just gonna get that reward. I think if you work hard long enough, you're gonna get something. How long you have to work, though, that's a fucking dice roll, man. You can work like a week and go viral, just explode. You could work for fucking 20 years until you get a break. And, going here for 4 years, I know how long these kind of treks can get. I don't have the strength to do this. Another 4 years, and another 4 years, and another 4 years, until something fucking happens that I'm satisfied with. And maybe I'll never be satisfied. That's also a possibility. So, this is this real complicated, complex personal issue of me trying to just outdo myself. Like, to live up to some self-imposed standard. Not standard of, like, quality. I firmly believe I have reached the standard of quality I want from this. That is, like, not the issue. It's the standard of whatever my metric of success is. And, oof. And, I'm also doing, like, streaming, which I'm really enjoying, and in that I'm exploring something else. So, like, the game you see in the background, that's Folklore. You see little bears running around, that's, like, some avatar thing that I made, where if you're a follower, you're watching the streams, you get, like, a little bear, and you can customize it and put all sorts of shit on it. And I wouldn't like full in on this. I'm not doing this like half-assed. There's an experience system where like I custom made, custom commissioned, but designed, a experience system, and now that experience system is tied into that avatar system. So then you have like unlocks, and then like as you gain levels, you unlock more things for your little bears, and then there are special events, and then there are going to be like monthly little updates of costume sets. Then there's custom commands that like if you view a lot of streams, if you watch them, you unlock commands, and then you can kind of bypass some of Twitch's functionalities and pop notifications on stream, or things like that. I basically went a deep dive thinking, I have streams, I'm a designer, how do I design my streams? And this is how I go about things. I do something vanilla for a very fucking long time, and then I go, okay, I understand how this works. How do I make it my own? How do I deconstruct and reconstruct it? And I have had a lot more positive feedback from streams. And mind you, I have this kind of like self-reflection about streams all the time. If a stream does well, I kind of like go through this, but I also like check metrics, what I did well, what I didn't do well, how long people have been watching, which games people watch. Like I basically just don't do like random shit anymore. I just plan it out properly how I think it should be, and then adjust accordingly. And something else will come up. There will be something else that'll catch my attention, and I'll go through this process again. And the longer I go through this process without the satisfaction of me feeling like I have accomplished my goals, the more it'll eat away at me. And I can't do that anymore. Like that's why I want to stop doing this, because I don't have the strength anymore, because I want to leave room, I want to leave energy for other things. Because I can't go through the cycle of putting in countless hours, working with people, getting feedback, fine-tuning things, bringing something what I feel is new to the table, and then just putting it out online and just not seeing it, not seeing the feedback there. Not like there's some feedback, but it just like feels like, well, I expected more. Like that's kind of like the gist of it. Like not some lofty expectations. Like I at least expect to be able to post on a forum update and not have it be a double post of 2 episode updates without anything in between. That, like, I don't even have lofty goals. It's just like it doesn't feel like the typing of the dead, that was kind of like, I did an exception, and I knew it was an exception when it happened. I knew this wasn't going to happen again. That's why I decided to stop before I started Sonic Forces. As in, I made a decision that after Sonic Forces I would stop, because I know this is how it's going to go, because this is how it went for each other thing I did. And yeah, that's kind of like it. This very complex freaking subject of somebody really overthinking Let's Play. And like for a very long time, I very much adhered to the mindset of a lot of other people. Like, when it's kind of like, oh, you shouldn't be doing this for profit. Like, you shouldn't be doing this for the love of the game. And like, oh, you shouldn't be showing off yourself. You should be showing off the game. And a lot of people like a lot of these things that they were like these like tacit rules, like these unwritten guidelines of how it should be properly done. And then a lot of the people who were vocal about that just walking away from that and just doing that which they said you shouldn't do. And me like, and me just staying there with with these rule sets and guidelines, alone in the field, and just going, well, where the fuck did everybody go? And I did that for streams for a bit too. It's kind of like, I thought this wasn't what was okay to do. So even if somebody says I'm overthinking this, well, bugger off. This is how I ended up wanting to do it at the end. Like, this is. I own this. Not like I invented this. I own this, as in this is mine. This is my. This is my brand. This is how I do it. This is how I make things. This is how I'll make every fucking thing in my life. Like, whether it's games, let's play, streams, books, music, cooking, whatever the fuck I do. This is how I'll make it. Like, this is me. This is my signature. And yeah, I overthink this. For a lot of people, this is probably more like a lot of people even like thought about Let's Play. But this is what this is to me. It's a medium that means a lot to a lot of people. And for me, it meant like, how is this experienced? And how can I amplify this experience? How can I make it better? And I don't regret it. I don't regret doing any of this. I would do it fucking again. I would waste away another 4 years. If I was brought back in time and somebody told me, well, you're gonna do 4 years, you're gonna be satisfied with what you do, but you're gonna feel like shit for, not getting anywhere and not reaching your lofty expectations, and I'll just go, yeah, I'll still do it. Because while it has not reached all of my goals, it has reached a lot of my goals. I have met some fantastic individuals doing this. I have worked with some fantastic individuals doing this. I have experienced games I never would have otherwise. I've learned a lot, like actual practical skills as well. Like, audio video editing, I use that in my job as well. Like, it's all things that matter. So yeah. I guess I'll see you on my streams. Don't forget to watch the Sonic Forces Let's Play. It's really good.